This digital story analyzes the leadership progression of Genghis Khan, who was the founder of the feared Mongol Empire. After his death, it became the largest contiguous empire in history. Whilst very controversial, no one can deny what he achieved. I was inspired to choose Genghis Khan as the leader since he is rarely mentioned and is someone who led an interesting life. Furthermore, he came from a rough childhood, having witnessed his father being murdered and his mother left alone to look after him and 6 other children. I find it intriguing as to how this may have motivated his actions. Genghis Khan, by his early 20s, established himself as a respectable warrior and leader. He began amassing clansmen together to form a fighting unit by forging alliances with heads of significant tribes and avenged his father's death. He motivated many clans and tribes into joining him through his ideology of creating a unified Mongolian empire. This links to the path goal theory. According to the path goal theory, successful leadership enhances followers' motivation, which is something Genghis perfected. Genghis Khan frequently sought advice from mentors on how his personal development could be improved, especially in the later stages of his life. This enabled him to draw upon a variety of perspectives before coming to his own decision. He sought advice even at the pinnacle of his success, which shows he believed his leadership approach could always be improved. This approach contradicts the trait theory and suggests that leadership qualities can be learned, which supports the behavioral approach. From a young age, we can observe that there is evidence that Genghis Khan was exposed to situations that were unfamiliar. As observed from Yukul, this type of experience early on in one's career is beneficial. This is because it enables a leader to learn to adapt to the current circumstances. This is opposed to utilizing a blueprint of problem solving that was effective only in one circumstance. Genghis Khan incorporated and adapted the tactics used by conquered nations, which shows he didn't just use a blueprint. In China, he adopted a siege works that they utilized. This complements Yukul's literature concerning learning from experience. In order for him to develop his tactics, he had to firstly be aware of the need for change, unfreezing. After implementing the tactics of others, he supported and sustained it to conquer other nations, which is known as freezing. Genghis Khan is a great example of how a leader can continuously improve their style by incorporating beneficial knowledge from others. I feel like had he been alive today, that would prove a very key skill. In a very technological and fast-moving time, I believe adaptability is essential for a leader to be successful.